Hi guys, today I thought I'd show you my version of Faux Labradorite. I know there's plenty of other versions out there, and to be honest they're all pretty similar, but I've been asked a few times to do it and I've worked out a way to do it, so that's what I'll show you today. Excuse me, you're going to need some pearl clay. So I've got some pearl clay. I'm using all Primo clay. I've also got some purple pearl, regular purple, dark purple, peacock blue pearl, bright green pearl, some gold and some bronze. They're the colours of clay, but I'm also going to be incorporating some mica powders. So I've got a couple of different purples here. Whatever you've got, you know, if it's purple then it's fine. So a couple of purples, a green, a gold and a blue. So they kind of correspond with the colours of clay. I'm not going to make a massive stack. I've already practiced this and I've already made like, I don't know, 7 or 8 pendants. So this is just going to be a small amount. You don't need that much anyway, and I didn't use much in my experiment amount, and I got quite a few pendants out of it. So I'm just taking this much pearl clay. So it's a strip and a half of a 2-ounce block, roughly. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colours, so 5 little equalish pieces. And that's all I'm going to use. And then just going to roll out each piece, just roughly. Just squash each piece flat a little bit because we're just going to add the colours. It's a rainy day today, so I thought I may as well come and do another tutorial. And okay, so when you've roughly rolled out your little pieces of pearl clay, we're just going to add the colours. So for each one, I'm going to add a pea size of each colour. Now you can go, you know, this stone varies as do all stones, so you can go dark as light as you want. You can incorporate more purples, more blues. You can go more purple or more blue is what I mean by that, or you can go less purple, more green. You know, just take a look at the labradorite stone and see what you feel. But as usual, I'm going more to the purple blue side because they're my favourite colours. So I'm not adding quite as much of the green. And then the last one is gold. I want the gold to be fairly bright, so maybe a little more gold. That's a big pea size. So they're all going to get mixed through, but before I do that I'm just going to add the different mica powders. So for each corresponding colour I'm going to add the mica powders. So the purple is getting some of this purple. Just a couple of scoops like that. Again, I want it fairly vibrant. And then this other purple to go with this purple. And then we've got the green. Now the green's a different colour to the clay, but that's fine. I just want to get that extra pearly look in each of the pieces. extra shiny, extra shimmery. And then blue on the blue. It's a little messy, but you know I like to get messy. And then last but not least, the gold. So I'm going to go off camera and thoroughly mix each of these, and when I've done that I'll be back. Okay, I've mixed the colours thoroughly with the mica powders as well, obviously, so they're all mixed, and now I'm going to turn them into a Skinner blend, and I just do a quick Skinner blend by using little teardrop shapes. So I'm just rolling each colour into a teardrop shape like so. Just flatten it down, and I'm going to go in order of these colours. So I'm going with the dark purple first, then I'm going to go with the blue. So again, just another teardrop shape, and turn it the opposite direction of the first one, like so. And then I'm going to go with the lighter purple. Now again, you can adjust the colours to how you like. You can make the colours darker if you want to. Like I say, the stone varies in look, so make it how you feel. And then I'm going to go with the green, and then the gold. So just place all the colours together like so, give them a quick roll. Fold colour to colour. Give it another roll. And then I'm going to just pass this through the pasta machine until I'm happy with the blend. So you're going to put it in the pasta machine this way, fold, go the same direction until you're happy with your blend, and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished my blend, and this is what it looks like, but I want to make it into a thinner blend, so I'm just going to fold colour to colour this way and just make it into a thinner strip like so. And then I'm going to put it through the pasta machine again, going this way, and then I'm going to take it down to a number 6. So when I've done that, I'll be back. Alright, so I've rolled this out onto a number 6. I've got a nice long blended strip like so, and I'm just going to roll this into a bullseye. I'm going to go with the gold on the inside of the cane. So just take the edge and pinch it down a little bit, and then just start to roll. And I like to just push the edges in every now and then just to keep it nice and level. And just continue to roll all the way down the strip. Like this. got this nice blended bullseye cane. Just give it a little squish, make sure everything's nicely stuck together. I don't want to reduce this, I want it to be a fairly thick plug, so I'm just squeezing it, make sure there's no air bubbles left in there. Just make it look nice and tidy. And when that's done, turn it up on its side, and we're just going to cut slices going downwards this way. And that way you can see all the different colours that we're going to need to be showing in our Faux Labradorite. Labradorite. I have a hard time saying that word for some reason. Labradorite. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so each slice is going to vary a little bit, but that's fine. So just keep cutting down until you've used the whole cane. I'm trying to get them as even as possible, but I don't really worry too much if they're not. It's fine. Like I say, as you cut through, it's going to change slightly. So now we've got all those pieces. We're just going to put them back together in a random fashion, just to make a nice veneer of those different colours. You could even tear pieces off, and anything kind of works really. So I could tear a piece off here and add it over here. It's just a matter of getting it into a nice little veneer. And when you've done that, just roll it out. So you can see we've got all those different colours showing up in the veneer, and it doesn't have to be uniform. It's, like I say, it's fairly random. I'm just going to rip a little piece off here and add it in here, and just keep doing that until you're happy with the look. Okay, just keep rolling until it's smooth. I'm just going to fold that bit over. It's a little thin on the edges, and just give it a quick boop. And I think that's good. So this is how it looks so far. Just a mishmash and blend of all those lovely shiny colours. That's the back, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so when you've done that and you're happy with it, again, like I say, you can tear off pieces and redistribute however you feel, whatever you think looks good. This technique is kind of, I want to say the word random, but I always say random. Spontaneous, maybe? You just kind of go with how you feel. Right, so I've also rolled out some of the bronze clay that I told you about in the beginning, and this is rolled out onto a number 7. And I'm just going to place it over the top of my veneer. I'm going to try and make it fit so it doesn't matter if you stretch it out a little bit. There's a little bit showing, so I'll just add a piece more. And that's the beauty of this piece. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can just slap another piece of colour somewhere else. Okay, so I'm just going to give that another quick roll just to smooth it out a bit. Okay, and then you're just going to take your rigid blade and you're just going to make turn it upside down. Don't use the sharp side, use the blunt side, and just start making those impressions, those lines that you see in Labradorite, and just press down fairly deep because you're pushing this bronze clay into the coloured clay, and that's how you're going to get those lines that you see in the stone. So like I say, fairly deep without going through to the bottom, and actually if you do go through to the bottom it doesn't really matter, just push it back together. So do as many lines as you want in all different directions and just keep doing that until you're satisfied, and that's all there is to it. So now is the time to slice, and I've got a piece of backing clay ready. So I'm taking my flexible tissue blade now, and I'm just going to add a few more lines here, I think. And I'm just going to take this blade and gently start to shave. And it doesn't matter if it falls apart, and you just start getting these little pieces. I went a bit deep on that one. I could go thinner. Let me try it thinner. That's better. Yeah, try not to go as deep as I did on that first cut, guys. And you just shave off these pieces. And just keep doing that until the whole thing's used up. And then you're just going to use those pieces as a veneer on the backing clay. Oops. Now, this is a fairly thin veneer, so you could either cut more off as is, or you could add another piece of the gold and just keep the bronze and layer it over that and just keep cutting down until it's all gone. Or you could just cut out a pendant from that as it is already, which is probably what I'll do because it's fairly thin. I don't know if, yeah, whatever's left I'm just going to use as the veneer itself. I'm rambling, I know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean as well. Okay, so I'm just going to keep slicing these, and these are the pieces that are going to be laid onto my backing clay. And this, I'm just going to leave it as is, and this can also be used. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, because it's fairly thin, so we could just place this over another backing sheet and use it for whatever you want to use it for. Okay, so these are the pieces that I've sliced off, and I'm just going to lay them however onto my backing clay. And again, it's kind of random. . I like this kind of stone using mould, but unfortunately I don't have any, well not any that I like. So I am just going to do it as a veneer. With this piece you could make a mould of your shape and then lay this over the mould. So you could use it that way, or you could just cut straight out pendants from it, however you choose. But yeah, I really need to invest in some decent moulds. I can't seem to find any that I like though. So I'm just going to make do with cutters for now. So when you've built up your veneer, you just need to roll it out and then cut your shapes. There's a few little pieces left, I'll just move those out of the way for now. Okay, so we've laid those pieces on there and time to roll again. So again, just roll until smooth. I'm not liking this bit here. I'm going to add another piece from this veneer to it, I think, just to give it a little more of a lined look. It's gone a little bit smooth. So I'm just going to put that on there. And I'm not liking this bit, so I'm just going to take that off. That's what I like about this. You can change it as you go along. If you're not happy, you can alter it. But that's basically all there is to it, guys. I mean, that's what it looks like. And then it's just a case of cutting out your shapes or using your moulds or however it is you're going to do it. And don't forget, you've still got all this left over as well. So out of that clay you do actually get, you saw how much I used, you actually get quite a lot of use out of it. So I'm just going to quickly burnish this. Want it nice and smooth. Any bits in there you don't want, just remove. Like there's a little bit there that kind of spoils the look of it. I'm just going to take that out, and just here there's a little piece. I'm just going to cut some simple shapes. So let's go with this shape. And let's make a couple of earrings as well, I think. Okay, so I'm just cutting a few shapes just to show you. Take this off. And it can be reused. It can be reused. Okay. So there are my pieces. Oops. Now you can either sand and buff these or resin them, whatever you prefer. But don't they look so nice? And I'm just going to quickly show you another way of incorporating this into a design. So we got this leftover thinnish veneer, and I want it thinnish because I'm going to make a hollow bead from this. So I'm just rolling it out so it's nice and smooth. I need to make a backing as well. Let's get some scraps together. Just going to quickly roll out some scraps. I'll be back. So I've rolled out some backing on number 3 as well, guys, and I'm just going to use this veneer, and it is fairly thin, but that's fine. And I'm just going to make a hollow bead. And be careful at this point because it is quite thin. And I'm just going to place, I think I'm going to get a bigger circle than that actually. Let me use a bigger circle. So all you do is take your veneer, place where you want the cutter to be, flip it over, and just start to press down into the cutter. So you're giving it a domed look. And I'm just going to get a little bit of liquid clay to help it stick. Just going to put some liquid clay around the edge of this. Make sure the dome's nice on there. It needs pushing in a little bit more here. And then when you're happy, get the backing clay, and I like to really stretch it over and press down without cutting through, but I'm stretching that clay over it, and it ensures it sticks better. Because I've done this before where I've not done that, and then the two pieces haven't joined together very well. So I found if I stretch it, it joins together better. And then flip it over, and you can see you've got that dome in there. Flip it over, and boop, just cut through. Give it a wiggle. Give it a smooth. And you've got a domed bead or pendant. There's just a little bit there that needs tidying up. Okay, oops. So there's a domed one as well. And you can do that with any shape. You could do it with this shape or whatever you wanted. So they're the pieces for today, guys. I'm just going to go and put these in the oven, and when they're baked I shall be back. Okay guys, I'm back. They've been baked, and before I show you them, I just want to do this one, show you this one first. I've sanded this, and I went through the grits from 400 all the way through to 3000, but I haven't buffed it yet, so I'm going to show you how I buff. But I just want to show you these two other ones that I did with a different batch. I just wanted to show you the different colours for a start, but also the difference between a finished buffed piece and one that isn't. There is a difference. So I just want to show you how I buff that. So it has been sanded, it just hasn't been buffed, and I have put a little bit of Renaissance wax on there because I really do think it brings out the luster even a little bit more than if you were not to use it. So they have already been sanded and buffed. This one's just been sanded. Now I've got this little buffing wheel. I'm not sure if you could get it from Amazon or not, but I got it from Harbour Freight, which is like a hardware store in America, and it wasn't that expensive, and it's got 2 wheels, so you can decide what kind of buffing wheel you want on there. So I'm just going to turn it on, so it is a little bit noisy, but I just wanted you to see how I buff and how it looks when it's buffed. So I just kind of hold the piece in a circular motion over the wheel like this, and then turn. And just keep going over the piece like this in a circular motion. And it just takes a few minutes, it doesn't take long. Just make sure I've got all areas of it, and then I take it like this and just let it roll between my fingers so the sides get buffed as well, like this. And just one more time just to make sure I got everywhere, and that's that. And look how shiny that is. I haven't done the back yet, as you saw, just the sides and the front. But that's from today's batch. So there's that one, and those ones are from the other day, from a different batch. So I just wanted you to see the difference in colours as well. Like I say, you can choose whichever colours you want and to which degree you want to use them. And then obviously I did these ones today, and I just resined these, and I haven't turned them into anything yet. They're going to be earrings or pendants, but they're resined. So there's those from today. And I also did, from the other batch that I did the other day, I did this domed one as well. So you can get to see the difference in colours. It's not a drastic difference, but there you go. This is more bluey. This has got a bit more purple, and it's got some green in it. This one didn't have any green in it. Okay guys, so that's all for today. I hope that was useful to you. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.